Die on a beat. Die on a beat. Die on a beat. Die on a beat.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Hive. It's a special edition today because, well, we're just trying to get every single person onto this call right now. Actually, we could have like 50 people on this call, so just saying if you wanted to come in.
Well, we're just trying to get.
But today we are joined by all of these amazing women
50 people
in
on the-
VR and doing things in virtual reality and augmented reality, in art, in esports, in talk shows. So we're gonna hear a little bit about what everyone is up to. So thanks, ladies, for joining in. So I think it looks different on everyone's screen, but let's start with Paige on the top left here. You want to just do a little introduction and then your specialty in VR AR.
I think she's on mute.
Oh, are you muted, Paige?
Looks like she's muted.
And your specialty in VR AR.
We can't hear you, Paige. Thank you, Vivian. I'm appreciative of being here on the Hive and here with the AR, VR women and VR and allies. Thanks, gals. I'm the founding director of Better World Museum, and it seems like we're having an echo.
I think it's you, but I'm just laughing because you must forgive Paige because she just decided to get a green blanket and play with the green the background. So it looks like she's being swallowed by her own artwork. Yeah, there is a little bit of an echo. So if you are needing to watch yourself, just make sure you mute it, because we're live. We're live right now. Did I say that we're live? I think I did. But for everyone that's watching at home, this is a casual thing because it's Monday and we got our drinks. Let me tell you why this happened. It's because Callie wanted to kind of catch up with everybody and see what everyone was up to. And so we were like, all right, let's just get together and hang out. And then me just being like, I don't know, a camera whore, was like, let's just do it on camera. On camera and get everyone out and talking. But a lot of you guys have been on the Hive before. You guys have been guests. So I figured, this would be a really fun time for us to kind of catch up and let everyone catch up with us. And there's a lot of people watching. So hello, everyone. Hi, Amber is watching. Looks like Steven's watching, and Sleepy, and our producer, Project, who must have woken up for this, and Andy from Allspace. So hi, guys. Thank you for joining us. So we introduced Paige. Let's
I'm
move
back.
Yeah.
And my double's gone.
And I'm going to show your artwork too. But let's go over to Ceciliana.
Hi, glad to be here. Thanks so much. It's exciting to hang out with everyone on a Zoom video call.
Zoom.
Well, it's just fun. It's
Love your sweater, by the way.
oh, thank you.
Get that swag.
Background too, right? Calaveras. So Calaveras power. This is Melanie Menzel and my
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Welcome.
We're here at the TV station in Berkeley, actually, and we're pretty excited. We're in the basement of the Matrix PCM.
You guys win the high tech
Yeah,
back.
I was going to say, I'm just in the roses, and you guys are all like, oh, I don't have a background, but we just look super professional. In the studio.
Wow, like it.
headphones on. Using my headphones.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's the full commit.
And then you want to tell us a little bit about your little news that you were talking
Our
about?
project. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ARVR Women and Allies, where I'm a co-chair with Eva Leone, is starting our first podcast, and it's called Zero to Start. It's a podcast about VR development in Unity from concept to Oculus test channel so that folks can be inspired to create something to submit to the Oculus Start developer program.
Yeah. This is being sponsored by Oculus right now.
Exactly. Well, we're not.
We're gonna get in trouble.
No, it's not.
All of our friends at Oculus are like, no. Just kidding. No, that's great.
Like my sweatshirt. She wanted to know how she could get one. So
Yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, it was Oculus and Facebook that brought all of us together. So that is how we met, and a lot of us in real life too. So
I just want to give Melanie a chance to talk a little bit about.
Yeah, of course. Hi, Melanie. Welcome.
Hi, thanks so much. I've already been working in real life to create a sound healing dance space in my own home and have it be. I play the didgeridoo, so I want to be able to share that healing vibration, sound healing, and so I think that this is the perfect way to bridge what I've already been aspiring to be part of, which is Oculus and this other virtual reality, mixed reality world. Incorporating the television aspect of it too, like having use of this space and this equipment and like just the technology, embracing sound healing, kind of like melding those worlds together.
The station here is cable access, so it's all about providing low cost access to resources, and so bringing that into the next generation will be VR, and Oculus Start is a really great way to get access to Unity courses and VR equipment that we'll be able to share with the broader community.
Yeah. I think here I put
Rock on.
Yeah, I put 0 to start. Someone asked what I'm sorry, I put first to start. It's 0 to start. So here is the background that Ceciliana gave me here. So you be sure to check that out.
That we share the links to all of these programs at the end of our show today.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we'll get to Cami shortly here, but she's our wonderful producer and director, so she'll probably be dropping in those links in the chat. There's a lot of us in the chat here, so if you hear something that you like, just flag it, and we'll be sure to link it back to everyone. Thank you, Toast, Eva. I saw that.
It's mineral water.
Oh, whatever.
But guess what? But I do
grapefruit
have
juice.
spiked Angry Orchard hard cider.
Thank you. She followed directions. Okay. All right. Well, let's go on to Sam, right? It's front and center. I'm so excited to have you here. I know everyone was like, "Oh, we gotta get Sam in," so I'm excited to hear about your project, and we'll shift over to the images that you shared earlier. But how about a little introduction and your latest project?
So yeah, I'm mostly an artist. I'm a VR artist, as most of people know. And I'm usually in my house and making VR artwork, and I just love telling stories and creating my work through Quill. And I'm actually wearing Quill swag today because I love Quill so much.
Cool. You're so good at it.
I can't express how much I love it.
Like my hero.
Yeah, I'm gonna show some of the pictures here of you, the images that you sent from the hackathon, I believe.
Yeah.
The Best of the Film Festival storytelling. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
So, if some of you may not have known, there was an XR reality hackathon that happened at MIT, which is in Boston. And it happened for like 5 days. It was a total of 5 days. And the first day was workshops, and you meet people and you connect with people that you probably have known online, and then you get to see them in real life, which was awesome. And I got to meet Michelle, and I also got to meet Paige.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awesome. And then after that, you form a team, and then you hack for 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Which was literally me in a headset. Oh my God, like 7 hours.
Yeah.
But taking breaks, everybody, take breaks.
I mean, a lot of you guys were there because I know Paige, she snuck away for a little bit and got on our last show. And who else? Michael, who used to produce The Hive, he was there.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
Michael Zhang, yeah.
Yeah, Michael was there. So I think Sophia Batchelor, she was there. She was there before, I believe. She was a guest.
I might have met her. I just don't remember her face right now.
Yeah, maybe in previously. So that's really cool. Don't you get such a high?
At the event, so many people came up to me that I can't remember half the people because they know me online, but like when you meet them in real life, you're like,
yeah, I gotta say, yeah, I did put out a memo before OC that was like, are you guys huggers? Do you let's get that out of the way now. Although to be honest, everyone here, the minute we all saw each other, we were like hugging because I don't know if it's just because of Facebook was so.
Yeah.
Well, we hugged in virtual reality.
Right, that counts.
Ian.
Yes.
Yeah. That counts. So that was like our first hug, and
that was such a fun time.
So
hey, let's congratulate Sam. Won a couple of amazing awards there.
Oh
yeah. I wanted to
really
talk about what we made. So I went into the hack wanting to work with people interested in storytelling, and I honestly didn't think I would find anybody, but I was on the Discord. I was saying, hey, if anybody wants to do storytelling related, or you like my stuff, you want to work with me, great, let's form a team. And then somehow I met a bunch of people, and we all wanted to do the same kind of thing. If any of you have tried Where Thoughts Go, that was our main like inspiration.
Yeah.
That one. So we basically made an experience where the idea is that the power of your voice can bring change into the world. And that was our motto. So we used quill environments that I made. I made like a quill scene, and we basically created a shader, like an entirely new shader for Unity. And one of the developers spent like a day and a half just figuring that out in order for our game mechanic to work. So what happens is that you walk in the world and it's in black and white. And then when you speak into the headset, it brings color into the world.
So pretty.
And so in the world, there's different scenes of conflict. So there's one where there's animal versus animal, and there's two animals fighting. The next one is man versus animal. The next one is man versus man, and then man versus self. So in each situation, you're encouraged to speak up against what is happening in the scene. And then when you speak, it brings color into the world, and they stop doing it. And so we ended up winning best storytelling and best for social good. And I like literally was crying.
Cheers.
I was like, oh my God.
That is incredible, Sam.
Thank
you. When do we get a demo? Can we like organize a demo?
So we made it for the HP Reverb because the pixel density is so great. So we're currently trying to make it for the Oculus Rift and possibly the Quest. And one of our awards for storytelling is that we get to showcase our piece to the VRTO conference in June. So we have to basically polish it up for when that happens.
Incredible.
That was a little reminiscent of Pleasantville. Do you know that movie?
Yes.
Okay, this is like one of my favorite movies.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, high five. Awesome. Yes, totally.
But like the thing with that film is like it says so much, and then it ended up being like a romantic comedy kind of ending. Like it went into such deep topics, but it didn't really like, I don't know. That was my thought.
Yeah, well, we'll have to dissect that one. I really love that one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's well, thank you very much, Sam. I feel like she was really excited to be here, and we were really excited to hear from her. So, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Let's introduce Eva, which I feel like we don't need to because everyone knows Eva, but how about for everybody? Let's hear from you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Eva.
Hi, Eva.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
I was
too.
really inspired by your artwork, Sam.
Aw, thank you.
And that story. I mean, that just sounds incredible. I kind of so I have a fine art background, completely different, and I got into VR when I moved into San Francisco, and we wanted to host meetups around VR, and I kind of had this vision of unplugging to plug in better, and I didn't even know what that meant, and
that's all I can say.
Yeah. And it was just this abstract concept. And then, you know, the Oculus acquisition happened and everything like that. And it just seemed very synchronistic. And I've always just been a very spiritual and artistic person that it just seemed like I need to be in this industry somehow. I'm not a developer, right? I'm not in any way.
I'm not a developer.
By any of those means. So we decided to start AR VR Women. And, you know, we decided that there was hardly any women at the time in San Francisco in the VR industry. There would be like 3 women at the meetups. And so that's just kind of how it organically manifested. And it's just so amazing just to meet all of you from all different backgrounds and all different, you know, parts of the country and everything like that. That's what I love about VR. And so we started doing our Feature Fridays show with Ceciliana and I, and where we were using Facebook Spaces to host these little events. And so we met Paige that way, and Nava and Vivian, and Lily and I actually met in a meetup. But anyways, so it's just amazing, these kind of synchronistic ways of connecting. And that brings me kind of into, oh, your kitty.
Sorry. Every time I'm in VR, she's always on my table, or I'm
That's
always
okay.
Oh my gosh!
Put a
look at the
tracker on her.
mustache. Oh,
her
I
name?
love that mustache of your cat.
sorry. She was just
Um,
getting in the way. I needed to move her.
Oh. Well, I had my dog here earlier. So the work that we're currently doing is we demoed a co-location system methodology at Oculus Connect last year. And right now, my partner is working on the hand tracking. So incorporating that into the co-location. And that to me is just awesome, everything, because I want to be in VR socially and able to interact with digital space without anything, without any controllers. I personally have carpal tunnel, so when I'm using my hands freely, I feel great. I don't feel that numbness in my hands. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to all the amazing things coming out of the Quest. In particular, I feel like that is what we needed for consumer VR for the longest time.
Yeah.
So
again, we are
partner
not
is here.
sponsored by Oculus.
Yeah, I know. I keep talking about
But
it.
if they want to give us a call, I mean, you all know us.
I know.
I'm kidding. That's just how we all met. So I'm kidding.
Exactly.
But well, thank
So
you.
that's about it.
That's cool. I feel like I didn't know all of that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much backstory,
Yeah.
to everything. I'm sure we could all find out so much more.
Yeah, we will dive into that. Let's finish our introductions. Callie, we can't see your pretty face, but
No.
how about a little bit of an introduction?
You can't see my face, but I am trying to fix that.
Yeah, I'm gonna find your face because
I was gonna just put it behind me.
I'm trying to see if I can do this on another device, but I can still talk in the meantime.
Yeah, talk. Go for it.
First of all, I haven't talked to anybody in like a year.
Right.
So I have been MIA. I got into this really bad car accident last February and had this horrible concussion. I couldn't even go into VR for like probably 5 months,
almost. I feel so sad right now.
Bad.
I know.
It's so sad.
But it was one of those things, and it made me really think about like why I'm so passionate about this space. Because every day that I wasn't involved in the world, I was like missing something.
It's true.
It really is, apart from all of you guys who are amazing. So I felt like I was missing something. And for me, I had to go through a whole bunch of like physical therapy. I had to do cognitive therapy, all the different kinds of therapies. And I realized, okay, I'm going somewhere to work out my body and like relearn all the different things like that were more difficult for me. But where am I actually going to work on my mental state? Because what happens when you have a concussion is those levels of just basic emotion regulation are totally out of whack. Even if you don't feel one emotion, you end up like bursting into tears. Even if you're not sad and you're like, I don't actually know why I'm crying right now. It was this crazy experience. And I missed VR. And I realized that in VR, we're really able to interact with our thoughts and the things that we see in our head, and we're able to make it tangible.
Right.
Which is what makes it so powerful for doing any kind of work that is for your own self and your development and just growth and creativity as a person. So it inspired the project that I'm working on right now, which is to create a space that people can come and access and practice mental wellness as if they were just going to the gym. So there's so many amazing products out there. There's amazing games, amazing, more importantly, creators who are inspired by this. And I want to give a platform for those stories and experiences to come to life and find an audience. So that is what I'm working on and why you haven't seen me. So.
Oh. Well, I'm so glad you're fine. Can we, like, group hug? I'm so glad.
Yeah, group hug.
Big group hug, and also to Paige, who's in like mega recovery right now. You're doing.
No, you look great, Paige.
Well, thank you. That's because I'm green screening.
Magic of good green screen.
Yeah.
In fact, I wanted to say that one of these flowers, I'm in a field of dandelions, and they were created by members of the MIT hackathon, and both Michelle, who's not with us right now, and Sam.
KK the Bad Lament.
Wait, I have a question for everybody. How many of the brushes can you actually name of the flowers that were drawn in Tilt Brush on Paige's background?
Oh,
I can see like the tune brush, and like I'm like going through and I'm like, I know which one that is.
What a weird flex, Callie. No.
I
didn't know we were gonna have a test.
Neon brush, but Dr. Wiggles, I just
show.
love using that one because of the name.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that brush.
I'm just cutting to your artwork right now. So if you don't know, Paige is this amazing artist. She is really like all about the holistic art. She actually inspired a program that I'm working on right now. So what you're seeing on the screen here is some of the gardens that she created. I know when I was ill, she invited me in to, do art with her as a way to just kind of like overcome our minds in a sense. So, and now she's wrapped up in it. So that's really cool.
I just remember during the hack, I like took a break because the whole time I was like working. And then she invited me to draw in her garden. And I could have kept drawing for a while. In her scene.
Venus flytraps were amazing. So.
And in the hack project, I have Venus flytraps as well in it. So it was like the same thing within it, and yeah, it was great. I actually don't have a quest yet, so it was really awesome to paint in Tilt Brush with the quest. Gotta get one.
Freeing.
These projects, and this is also how I met Eva and Cece and really and everybody in this group. Nava, you drew in the VR garden. We it's about building community resilience through like individual, group, and community participatory experiences that dissolve isolation and feelings of overwhelming powerlessness. When we do this by drawing together in VR, we draw together as better communities for a better world, and share more equitable and empathetic space with each other by drawing on each other, right? We're able to see each other better.
Yeah. Well, it's another language, right? It's instead of using words, you're able to communicate through an entirely different technique and skill set here.
Right.
Yeah, words are, not always the right avenue.
Yes,
for certain things.
For the rest of this show, we will not be talking.
Yeah, we're done now.
The picture is worth it.
Well, let's finish up. We have Madeline, who just like swooped in here, but Max. I'm gonna call you Max.
Hey guys, good to see everybody.
She's got her white claw. Hey. You have your white claw, which
I have my wick out.
It's kind of,
you know how these effects.
Oh, I love those.
I was just saying, I just learned what that was and had it for the first time. I didn't know it was
Yeah, it's super bizarre the way it just tastes like seltzer. Yeah. So it's very dangerous.
Yeah, I had those this summer at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making me feel like it's warm outside.
Well, how about introduction?
Yeah, so unfortunately I missed most of you guys going. I was still in a meeting. Work.
That's on tape, guys. You hear that, Nick? She's working.
Oh yeah, Nick was there too.
Okay.
So yeah, my name is Max Noir. I am the head of the US branch for FXG, which is based in China. So we do 360 video, and we also help Chinese XR brands to come into the US And we also help foreign XR brands to go into China. So personally, some of the things that I'm currently working on, I engage in a lot of research for using XR for the cases of empathy building and bias diminishing. So currently I'm working on a 360 video project for Haiti. And the idea is to show the outside world outside of Haiti some of the most positive aspects about the country and the culture and some of the tech innovation that's going on there. When in the news, most of the portrays of Haiti are only negative about protests and natural disasters and things like that. So yeah, to kind of shine a new light, as well as also being able to let the diasporic community of Haiti all around the world to kind of enter back into their country in an immersive way if they can't go back physically for X, Y, or Z.
And also your documentaries that you've done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and the face changing stuff and the Nreal goes on. Well, welcome. Well, as you see, this is just like the power group, right? I mean, there's so many more of us, but
yeah, shout out to Pow Pow and over at XR Pioneer. She just came back from the Global Game Jam.
Yeah.
Anybody here?
And also your documentary.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are two more people we didn't. Well, Lily's somewhere in the Arctic. I saw her. But she's always traveling somewhere. But I have two more people to introduce. So, if you don't know, I'm Vivian. Maybe you don't know me. I created something called The Hive, and I am a partner at V-Respawn. So I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and there is Nava here with me today, and we have Cami or Heather, whichever you want to go by today.
Either or,
Heather, Cami, Kamikaze. And the reason why she has another name is because she plays in VR Master League with me. So everybody here is doing something like really cool outside of gaming, which is awesome. Which is funny. I hear a lot of people in gaming like, well, who else does VR? And I'm like, there are a lot of people who do VR who do not play games. Like, we are doing like artwork and therapy and storytelling and filmmaking, and there's just so much going on. But once I kind of crossed over and started playing esports, it was like, it's just like a whole new world, and that is partly where I met, and speaking of, here's one of the esports players here. Hey, Nick. So Cami plays Pavlov, and I play Onward. But we also, outside of competing, produce these shows. So she is the senior editor of V-Respawn. She's, the social person behind all of our social media. She's the hilarious one, making all the jokes and the funny comebacks, getting us all set up for things like, this show and doing the graphics. So she really does all the stuff in the background that makes everyone look good. And so just say hi in a little bit. I'm going to embarrass her because she's like, oh, God, you made me get on camera. And maybe explain the background. Yeah,
I know, right?
Oh, am I explaining the background?
or saying hi.
Love that fish.
Our background, this background, which is magical and weird and wonderful, happened because I have a graphics program that I go to just to grab graphics from. And I typed in, because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning and I needed to get this done, I typed in women. And this is what came up. So it was very interesting sometimes to see what graphics people think are related to women. So yeah, that's how we ended up here.
Or two.
Oh, and also shout out to our production manager out there, to our media manager, so many titles, Project, who is in the UK, but looks like we will come up anyway. So hello. But that brings us to our big announcement that we made today, but now I'm going to say it live. Just real quick, I'm going to just swap over.
me?
So yeah, no, I was showing the graphic. You're welcome, graphic. So Nava is going to be she is taking over the Hive she's in the host role. So because I'm doing a lot more with production, more stuff in the background, and we're doing all these different campaigns. It's just I was neglecting, I guess, our virtual audience that I love so much, and so I really needed some help. And there was a time when actually a lot of different people, like Nick at FXG, he hosted an episode. Nava, you hosted. I think Kevin was on as your guest. Michael Zhang hosted. Yeah, so we had different. Yeah, we had a bunch of different people come and host while I was gone, which was great because I really needed that help, and you guys stepped up. But the truth is, I can't do it all alone. And I honestly was like, I just want Nava. Like, it was in my head that I just want Nava to come on and host the show, and for some reason she agreed. So I'm just so excited to announce new host of the Hive, Nava. Congratulations, and thank you so much for coming on board. Yay!
Thank you so much for having me. So excited.
Yay!
We're gonna have to have a girls' powwow on the show.
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. And
Kevin!
Yeah, Kevin in the back. I feel like we should show Kevin's dance video. Oh, and Nick. Oh, that was a great event. That was so much fun.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to our amazing allies.
God.
Yeah. That was such
so
a cool
much fun.
event. I was just thinking about that. Who was it? Was it Eva? Was it?
It was.
Yeah, Eva made like a dance video, and she wanted others to create a dance video, and I think
Me?
No.
Eva H-O.
Oh, the other Eva.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I think Kevin just killed it with like this dance video. So
I know, he closed it out.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, Nava, tell us some thoughts. Tell us things. I've been just pushing things at her, so I'm excited.
Deep Thoughts by Nava. Yes. No, it's really exciting because with being on Facebook Spaces and then it being gone.
No.
I know, right? And I did go on to AltSpace and see different shows like yours and a few others, and it was such a great place because I really got to know so many amazing people that I didn't see so much in the spotlight, because sometimes you see the same person over and over and you don't get to really hear about other people's stories. And so many people had just unbelievable stories. Even just meeting Eva, Cece, and Paige the first time in VR, and then it was like the real world. It was so weird. We were friends in VR, never met them ever. Then, they would have their Friday shows, which is how I met them. And then after that, we talked about OC6. Was it OC5? Because we went to we rented a house, and it was like the real world. And then we went to Facebook, and we met Vivian, and just learned about her show. Callie, and
Preet, who isn't here. She's in Australia.
Yes,
they don't have internet there apparently.
What was her name? It was a long weekend, but Pixel Ripped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody who I met, they were just so cool. I was like, this is amazing. I met people in VR, met some people. I mean, I'd heard about your show, Eva. It was just, Vivian, it was just crazy. It was just wild. And that's what I knew. That's it. That is the future of communication. Connecting with people. It's like Facebook has the whole More Together ad on Super Bowl for Facebook groups. And I'm just like, More Together VR, period.
They made us a cake. Remember the cake?
Yeah.
Yeah. They made us our own cake.
Wait, the cake pops?
No,
a cake.
Pops too, but there was the cake.
What cake?
I know. Shout out to Lisa Kotecki.
Yeah, hey Lisa.
Yeah, we missed you, Lisa.
Lisa, where are you?
Yeah,
I know.
We have Anna and Caleb are amazing. Yes, they are. I have
that cup.
Caleb was a guest host as well on the Hive, so definitely great people.
Wait,
oh my
Steve,
God, Navy. Okay, look who's
show?
here to troll a little bit.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Don't friend me.
Hey, Nick's here too. Oh, you know
Tell me
what?
about your casting show that you did. Didn't you just do a cast?
Oh, I did. Yes. Okay.
I can't believe I missed this. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah. So I mean, we just do so much. Honestly, I feel like we get really excited. We're like, okay, we know this person does a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's hard to like watch everything happen live because we're all doing so much. So it's actually like you kind of have to like collect everyone like a podcast and then watch it like Sunday, you know, in the morning. I usually kick off the weekend with reality with the guys. Coffee. Oh my gosh. The coffee one, Rendered Reality. What am I saying? Where so there's like all the podcasts that go in a row, and then Cass and Cherry, their podcast. So it's really cool. I kind of have to catch up with everybody. So in addition to the Hive, partly why I got really busy was I started playing competitive VR sports, which is like super cool and so the future. And it really helped me because I was kind of like healing from chemo, kind of like healing, but I was legitimately healing from chemo, and playing esports really helped me. It's like this amazing community. Well, I'm not gonna say amazing because they might be watching, but it's a really cool outlet, and it really like changed the way I think about a lot of things, including gaming, including like interactions in VR, and there's just like so much to unearth there. And I really think it's just up and coming because if we think about it, if you were at OC5 when they had the show, I know we were all watching it because of the free drinks and the food and stuff, but it turned out to be really awesome.
You were so into it.
I was really into it, yeah.
Yeah,
Someone was
really had a
explaining it to
passion.
me, and like in the
I
beginning,
was in China. Now I'm really curious, and I totally want to learn from you.
Yeah, I was
because I saw this happening live there.
Yes, exactly.
In the malls and on TV, and I was just like, whatever Vivian's doing, I totally want to try this.
I was honestly I was ranking the guys in order of hotness. So that's what I was preoccupied with. Turns out there's a game as well going on. And one of them became like a guest on the show. Shout out to Thunder Pilot, who's captain of like the #1 team in the US, Global Chem. And then some streamers heard that I was playing, and they were like, "You are not playing a game." I think even Nathy, who's in the chat, was like, "You're playing Onward? Like, no way." So they wanted to stream me playing to make fun of me, which is fine. Turns out I rocked. So in your face. No, I'm kidding.
Shots fired.
So I played. I started a team called the Colettos, and yeah, they're actually playing right now. I'm missing practice, and I'm sorry. But I have a great team. They're really awesome. We're gonna do really well this season, I think, because we've like really found our groove. It's a steep learning curve, but there's something called casting, and it's where you kind of the people like on a sports show where they analyze the plays, they talk about what's happening, so like engage with the audience. So I do that, and I also do some post game interviews with the players to really like get the people involved, like more than just playing the game, because as you know, we're all connectors and we're doers, so we like to highlight the community. So that's what I started to do with VR Master League, and so the Hive is being taken over by Nava. It's a lot of work because it's a lot of work in VR to do. Hey Kelly, there you are.
Hey guys, I finally got it working.
Yay, awesome.
All right.
But I do an informal show like similar to this. It's The Buzz, and it's pretty much like the background, the people behind the scenes who are kind of making these shows and making these productions, the people on the teams. They really like seeing themselves featured, and it's just a great way to connect. Like, hey, we're all playing a game, but like we're also all people. We might have other things in common, and like teams were seeing each other for the first time. Like maybe they played for like together for a year, never seen each other's faces. So so I've been like working hard at that, and I really like the entire ecosystem, because at OC5 they're on stage, right? They're on stage playing, so you need people to play the game, develop the game, do marketing for the game, right? Casting. So if you're in media, if you're a journalist, if you are like a TV personality, it's such a great ecosystem for what we're doing, and it's such a great way to showcase people's work. And esports, we know, is huge. Like it's bigger than real sports, actually, and it draws a bigger crowd. VR esports isn't there yet, or VR sports, but that's what we're working on. We're working on doing some cool tournaments with our partners and friends, and just trying to like make it more competitive. And I'm really excited to like bring that and bridge that gap, because I was not a gamer. I met you guys because we were doing other stuff. Started doing some gaming, and I just want to like bring the worlds together a little bit more, because I think both sides make the other better, to be honest. So I casted my first game yesterday. I was so nervous. I was practicing my voices. I didn't use any of them. Yeah. Cammy, you didn't like my voices.
I loved your voices.
Yeah. Yeah, I was practicing that, and then suddenly I was like, I don't know how to play the game. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, we're so nervous. But I was I'm new, so I can't like cast on my own. So I was the co-caster, and Nightfire, if you know Nightfire, lead caster of VRML. He kind of, he took the lead, and I just kind of talked over him rudely, obnoxiously. I speculated on the guys giggling in the tent, if they died and stuff like that. But it was so much fun, and I'm excited to, continue on trying all these new things. So, okay, well, we have Callie.
I wanted to ask you could post. I thought you wrote a really powerful piece around how you got into gaming. And it was one of the best pieces of writing about VR and what the power of gaming and VR can do. Because I hadn't really heard that kind of perspective before, and the kind of support that you got into the community. And I just was hoping you'd share that link in the stream.
Sure, yeah. I'll share the link. It was, it was just my story. I got cancer, got sick, almost died, that kind of stuff. And then having to like kind of get back up again. And I found that esports really helped me, because, I think I'm pretty smart, I used to be smarter, and things used to come so much faster to me, and it just doesn't anymore. And there's just times when I'm like stumbling, and I know it. I know I'm just not as good as I used to be, and I can tell at work, that kind of stuff. And it's frustrating. It is so frustrating. I know, Callie, you're nodding your head. If anybody's had to recover from anything, whether it's physical or not physical, it's just like, it's so difficult.
You just notice a difference.
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
It's hard to explain, because it's something other people don't see, and it's an internal, that's what I experienced.
Yeah,
anyway.
Totally. And the thing is that, I take the leader role a lot. And so people kind of expected me to always just come back and, okay, you know what you're doing, you're leading. But I just kind of didn't have that in me, because I wasn't ready, I guess. And when I started playing Onward, I didn't know anything. I still kind of don't. But it was okay. Nobody cared that I didn't know. They were like, okay, well, we'll help you. So then I got to be the learner. I didn't have to lead. I didn't have to know everything, and no one had expectations of me. People knew I was new. So there was that. And then the game itself is an FPS. It's a first-person shooter, and I know it's really controversial, and that's a totally different perspective as well. But it was, excuse me?
Why is it controversial?
Well, because I know that. So for some people who know that I'm not a gamer, when they found out I was playing a game, they were like, well, that's such a violent game. Now, I don't like violence. And that's why I don't play the game that Cammy plays. It's a little bit more colorful. In Onward, when you get shot, it looks like a little
shoot away some of your cancers or some of your bad feelings or some of your ability.
It did. It totally did. It
felt like you were being consumed by the game or overwhelmed to rise again stronger again and again.
Yeah, because the rounds are 6 minutes, and you're just you're working with your team to eliminate the enemy, right? Or capture the objective or finish your thing. It's 6 minutes. You have 6 minutes to do it. And when you first start out, you die immediately, because people have been playing it. They know all the spots, so they know how to get you. You don't know what's going on. I kept dying. It's completely frustrating, not unlike my real life, of not being able to get things done. But then as I went, I was like, oh, you know what? I can try this or I can try that. And it was like playing a game of chess, you know, so I just kind of like relearned again how to strategize and how to work with other people and how to communicate when I can't always use my words. You know, like if we have to do radio clicks or learning like
it's hard for you to kind of get into like that beginner's mindset for it when you're so used to really just being boss at whatever you do.
Right.
Like,
a little boss. Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, total boss over here.
I got it VR because I used to listen to The Hive on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Before I ever had an Oculus.
Oh my God. I'm not okay at the compliments. Let's how about a diversion? Callie was gonna Callie was actually gonna start. We were gonna start a team together, right? We were like, let's do it.
We were gonna start a team together.
Yes.
So I've been trying to go into Onward lately because I've been wanting to like all right, cool, get back into the sports thing, which I didn't quite get into it in the first place, but I'm determined.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of trouble with, it might just be me from the concussion, but I get dizzy.
Sure.
Really, really easy with the first person shooter.
Yeah.
Me too.
Is that just me, or is that something you learn to kind of just deal with and acclimate to?
Oh yeah, it's not just you. I mean, it's like your C legs, right? It's your VR legs, and that definitely takes time.
Oh, you know what? Do you know Robin Mulder? She was in the Oculus Launchpad cohort with me. That was her entire VR project, if I remember correctly. It was called Sea Legs, to help you get acclimated to different situations in VR.
Oh.
Another fun person to reach out to.
I feel like I know the name Robin.
Yeah, she was in this year's cohort also.
Okay.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, you can apply twice, right? You can.
Yeah, I think you can do it twice. I think you can apply several.
And you know, Ceciliana, I know you were posting about applying. You want to maybe give a shout out to?
As part of Launchpad, we have a 2-day boot camp. It's focused mostly around design concepts in VR, and then hearing from previous people who have gone through the program. And so it's really inspiring. And then you have a 3-month vertical slice creation time where you create sort of like, they describe it as a vertical slice. So if your whole game is the cake, this slice is a part of it that's top to bottom. It's more advanced than like a prototype. And so you have 3 months to make that, and the deadline was Friday. So you submit for consideration for more funding. So, but I mean, there's like 100 people in.
Wait, did you do it this cohort?
Yeah, I got to do it this last. I think it was in September. It was right before Launchpad.
That's awesome.
Had it right before Launchpad, and then we came to Launchpad, and it was kind of, I mean, I had just gotten into Launchpad and Oculus Start, so I got 2 headsets.
Wow.
I love it.
This show is brought to you by.
Well, Cece, didn't you also do MIT? Right? You did MIT.
The hackathon, it was last January.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then but you know, to get into Launchpad and Start, you have to have like a portfolio of some kind. I mean, Launchpad is a little bit more flexible. You don't have to have, actually, you could have no experience with VR. Whereas the Oculus Start program, which is their indie dev program, you actually get the notebook, the glass, the sweatshirt, the
swag.
You get a cool box of swag. You get an Oculus Go, which I actually really like working with the Go a lot. For demos, I think it's really convenient. And Friday was the deadline, and I mean, it was brutal. I tried to do a multiplayer by myself, and that was an epic. I think I said that before. It was an epic failure of beautiful proportions. But
you did it.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say you did it.
I didn't do it. I had to pivot multiple times to get a vertical slice that I felt like worked, right? Like getting from a concept to actually a test channel is there really isn't like a lot of guidance on that. And that was sort of the impetus around the podcast, was to get people excited about, the practical skills of like, what does it actually take to get your onto an Oculus test channel? Because it's not loading up something to Dropbox.
So does it tie into what you created at MIT? Was it within MIT?
Well, I went in, I was hoping, okay, so I did a mobile AR multiplayer called Icebreakers.
Icebreakers, right.
Because I went in there looking to make like a BS detector. And
Nice. I would like 2 of those, please.
Cheers.
And it turned dark very quickly. So in line, I had met up with some other people that it's a really great way to meet the real world people that you're friends with online. And so that was happening everywhere. And we realized, what if you could level up, right? And for meeting real world people that you knew online. And so, it's a Icebreakers game. So that evolved into, when I was looking at applying to Launchpad, I wanted to see how I could adapt this mobile AR game into a VR multiplayer, which is like change the game completely. Like you had to just turn it completely inside out. And technically wise, like it was exciting because I got to, for the first time, make a local area network, because so I was trying to learn Unity, C#, and network programming all at the same time in 3 months.
That's
Wow, that's
awesome.
a lot of fun.
I'm jealous. Wait, who here develops? Who here develops VR?
Like just starting to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I tinker.
those like Unity tutorials, and then I signed up for some classes through Udemy.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's really amazing. And for people who are watching, a lot of people ask me, I get messages all the time of, how did you get into it? And how do you do, like, I want to get into VR. I really love it. And I just don't know how. And I know people feel like they have to have a certain set of skills, or they feel like they have to have like this grand idea. There's so many different things that you can do in this area. Like I said, like this is part of why we are like building up VR sports, because it's such a cool ecosystem. But like art, like whatever it is that you do, you can like bring it into development. So
I remember when I first met Eva, she was creating like jewelry pieces for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I think I was just so inspired by the moment, right? We had all these tools in front of us, and we were just kind of like playing and like taking selfies and drawing. And then what to me was so amazing was that I was able to create something, and I was like in LA at the time, and Nava was in Florida, and I made like a little crown and I handed it to her and she put it on.
Yeah.
And it's these kind of like human things that are just so emotional, and we really feel it. I remember I had a birthday party in VR.
I know. I remember that too. Yes, totally. You're like, yeah, just come on. I'm like, you can only fit like 3 other people. She's like, it's okay, just come in and I'll kick somebody out and bring you in and kick somebody else out. And I was like, okay.
And to me, the part that was just like that feeling of like living in the heart was that people that were not in VR were sending emojis that I was then getting in VR, like big hearts, and then like it was just the combination of like that mixed media.
Yeah.
Of all these elements coming together that made it feel like the connectivity was so much more.
Yeah.
And then you add in like
your butterfly.
Add in illustrations.
Oh, I love it, Paige.
Yeah,
this is Eva's
I'd be going into the Day of Dead. I'd be going into her summer vacation in her Canada village. I'd go into her Christmas celebrations from her past. It was just crazy, right? I mean,
like
hanging out in your life.
Yeah. I mean, like one of the things that you said earlier about starting, how do you start? For me, like if there's something I want to make, you will go out of the way to make it. Like if you want to make an app, you will learn how to do Unity. Like it depends on like what your end thing wants to be. Like for Christmas, I wanted to make like we do a family Christmas card every year. And so this year I was like, I want to make something in Quill, but then, you know, learn 3D a little bit more. And so I spent like a month just focusing on getting better at Blender. I don't know if anyone has tried Blender, but it's amazing.
I talk to people who do Blender.
I saw a magazine. You play with a magazine?
No, that's cool. I mean, and you're right. Like if people, it's really like if you want it, you can do it. Like just a reminder, people. I work in VR actually. Aside from doing like esports and consultation, like I'm working on research projects with VR, and it's like I'm doing a series of how tech can enhance real life holistic activities like art and then boxing. So then we're going to incorporate VR into it to see how it works out. So that's going to go through the review board. But, you know, I do all of that kind of stuff as well. And it's just really like, do you want to do it? Because I only have a degree in culinary. That's all I have. That's my education. So if you want it, you can go for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, totally.
It just takes work.
Also, the community
Patience and work.
Supported. I have to say,
And I think
my
it's
degree
also
is
about asking for help, right?
Yes, totally.
And asking questions when you feel silly.
Asking questions. Oh my God. So many people have been bombarded by my questions. Like when I was first learning Quill, I would message, if you know Nick
were some of
Ladd,
the
I
most-
would message him a million times.
Oh yeah, I do.
Were there any questions that you were like super embarrassed to ask? That like when you think about it now, it's like, oh, of course I needed to ask that, but at the time it felt really overwhelming. Or no?
There's still a lot I'm like yet to ask.
Because everyone
I
is
know, I'm such a
talking
researcher.
and-
Yeah.
We all don't know, so like we all are like learning together.
And you know what? You
Like,
can't,
we don't.
you can't
We all
Google
don't
this stuff.
know.
You cannot Google this stuff. It doesn't exist yet. We are creating it. So,
That's why we used to make those Facebook Spaces guides.
Oh
Like,
yes,
that
the social
program
guys.
that Sam uses, Quill, is really hard for me to understand.
Yeah,
I
it's
I would do
processed,
anything to teach
like-
people it because
like
it's so hard.
Really,
You're right. It is.
I'm an artist, right? Like I know how to draw, but that if I had a question, I would go right to Sam, and Sam would point me right to Nick, right?
He's a mentor now.
He just says so. I know that when it's time for me to learn that, I have a whole community to support me
That's
growing in it.
Yep, and that's everyone here. Actually, with Max, you know, FXG is great. Like we've just been able to do so many cool things together. Not me particularly, but Project, who is in the chat, and Cami, they're helping me to execute that Nreal project that we pitched. So like
you won a trip to China.
I
So
did.
when are you cashing in on that?
I did. I won a trip to China. I was supposed to go with Nathan and David. I did.
You should, but you have to wait a bit. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's some stuff going on right
just
now.
a little bit. I will wait.
You go with Kevin.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I know Kevin's going. We're like, yeah, let's get together.
Yeah,
Kevo is going.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm spoiling that. Kevo,
No.
Nick's in the group chat. Like,
I mean,
FXG represent.
Yeah, hey Nick. But yeah, no, I'm really excited because I was telling Project and Cami about it. And it's like it's not a project that I want to like cash in on. You know, I think a lot of us are doing like a lot of project stuff, but like there are some things I do in VR that is like to make a living. You know what I mean? But this is like a personal
Good
one.
for you.
Yeah, I really want to do it. And I was even talking with
Is it the one you pitched?
Yeah, it's the one I pitched. Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah, and you know what? There's kind of one that exists a little bit.
There is?
Yeah, but it's a little bit different. So I just kind of have to like put my personal spin on it. It's a mix of like where thoughts go, Pokemon, geocaching, all in
You said
one.
where thoughts go, so you already got me.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I love it. Hey, Lucas.
Number one inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Shout out Lucas.
Yeah, I know. And he was there too, but it's basically the idea of like, okay, so this is like so depressing, I guess. But like when they told me I was gonna die, it's a little sad. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to like plan my funeral. I have to like go through all of this stuff and like, you know, decide on what I want to leave behind. And there was this, I read this article from somebody, he wrote it before he passed away, but it was a map of all his favorite places. It was a physical map. And so I was thinking, like, oh, I want to do something like that. Like, maybe people can go to, like, my favorite section in the library or something like that, or, you know, my favorite yogurt shop, and think of me. But we thought, like, I wanted to, like, combine it with stuff that we have here. So, you know, in geocaching, right, people go hunting for stuff all around with coordinates, right? So this is the idea is that, let's say, you're my friend, right? And you put on these glasses and you're going to go on a journey with whatever I left behind. And you're going to go to, Building 48 at Facebook, where we all first met. And you put on the glasses.
Goodbye.
Yeah, you put on the glasses and it activates. And what you see is the images that we had. So we build these images and creations around your memories. So you turn in your pictures and you turn in your videos and it comes to life in that moment. And then I will leave you a message and, you know, like, hey guys, remember when I walked through this door and I saw all of you guys? And we hugged immediately. And then we went down like Facebook downtown. It looked like downtown Disney and got free ice cream. And then I would leave a message. And then, and you know how some people like they go to like their graveside and they talk to the tombstone and with their loved ones. So you would be able to record a message back. And then over time, these things would just build everywhere. And you can make it public or you can make it not. And I was thinking like, what if I had nobody? You know, what if my life was kind of lonely? Am I not deserving of leaving a memory?
The rest already gotten to me.
This is awesome.
Like memories getting to me.
Yeah,
we need to all make this real.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to do. So Project in the chat is he's learning. I'm supposed to send him to the class. I'm so sorry. You gotta remind me. But yeah, we're working on it, and I know that there are people out there who've made things similar to it. But again, it's not like something I want to like make money. It's something I want to like a journey. Like I want to go through the process, and I want it to be something that people feel like they can use. And I think some people are like, well, that's really sad and depressing. But then a lot of people who've lost somebody recently, they came to me and they were like, I wish that that's something that we could have done. And it's sad. And because I work with older adults, nonprofit, like we talk a lot about end of life. It's something people don't want to talk about. Like, especially in America, it's like, no, we do not want to talk about that. Like, everyone's going to live forever. But this is something
that's the very taboo conversation, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And it needs, just when you're talking about mental health, it's the kind of thing shouldn't be taboo. It should be a part of life.
Right, yeah.
You know? It's kind of similar to this idea, like, you know, if you zoom out of the universe, you zoom out, everything we do doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't really matter, but we twist it and we use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
But we are matter, right? We
are matter.
Ooh, puns. Plus one. Drink puns. But yeah, so
I think
Nick,
it's called the overview effect, actually. I think there's like an actual term for it, and then astronauts describe it when they go to space, about actually being able to change your perspective on what you go through on your day-to-day life and then seeing it from, I guess, the space station.
It's called the blue marble, that effect.
The blue
marble. The blue marble, okay.
And the overview effect. I know what that is.
Wow, you guys are so smart. I can't even.
Just the brain power in this chat.
Yeah,
right?
totally. And Nick in the chat, FXG, this needs to exist. Project, you commented too. Well, Project and Nick, you know, get together. I think you guys might. I don't know if you met actually, because Project is like well, I have to go to sleep because, time zones or whatever. So he was like a little too tired.
He's on project time.
Yeah, he was a little too tired to go to the event, I think. But this is, I'm sending Project to take some classes on it. He's like the one developing stuff. He's making Nava's stage. I'm so jealous. I'm like, it's so awesome. Right
He's
now,
so good.
yeah, he's so
He's
awesome.
so much with that stage.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I wish we had get a picture of him in his small shirt. So he's.
How about in the O shape?
Oh yeah, in the O shape. Oh, shout out to O shape. I know they just got back to me. I don't know if you guys played O shape, the game.
Not yet.
Yeah, it's like hole in the wall. It's like shapes that come at you, like human shapes, and you gotta like shape to it. Yeah,
Cool.
it's of all the rhythm games, that one is like the hardest one.
It's brutal.
Harder than Pistol Whip. It's.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, so shout out to them. Yeah, so Project, he did the O-Shape room, he did the Synth Writers room. He's doing really amazing things. He's going to help make this happen, I think. And it's all things that exist. Geocaching, that's a thing. Doing coordinates is not difficult. Making it activate at a certain location. One of the things is I want to make sure it's like a service. So it's not like an app you download and put it together. Because you can do that. But what I want this to be is that experience that people pay for, even if there's other things out there you could do on your own. That we come in and maybe you would talk with one of our counselors to kind of talk you through this process, right? And package it up for you and help you with your pictures and videos and all that. So definitely want to dive deep into
Unreal.
Yeah, making
right?
sure. Yeah, we want to use Unreal because those are some cool glasses,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are really cool.
Perfect.
Vivian, I have to
Project
keep going.
AR.
Oh,
I have
yes.
to step out. So good to see you guys.
Yeah.
ladies.
Bye, Eva.
Well, we are
Bye.
coming towards the end, but thank you, Eva, so much for coming.
Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
And your
absolutely.
darling dog.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. You saw my dog in there. I wanted to make sure you
Yes.
saw my puppy.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love Snoopy.
Snoopy,
I
Snoop Dogg.
know. So cute.
Snoopy has the best Instagram account if you're not already following it.
Please follow
I
at
love that.
Floofy Snoopy for the latest floof.
All right, we're gonna need to put that in there. Okay, well, Eva,
Mwah.
thank you so much. I think that we want to do this again because it's kind of like we did this
Let's
last
Let's do
time.
it again.
Yeah, it was like 5 hours last time because we were. I don't
Oh
know
my
what.
goodness.
We were.
Well, here it's a little later. I'm on Central Time,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me too. But yeah, we'll get together.
but I'm
again.
starving. I need to eat dinner.
Yeah, go eat. Are you drinking
All right,
on
good
an empty
night.
stomach? Okay.
I know. I'm drinking on an empty stomach. Good night.
Yeah, night, Eva. So real quick, if everyone just wants to give a shout out to their next big thing they're doing, anything coming up this week, anything to look out for, and we can, we'll make sure we post everyone's social links and these different projects that we've all been talking about. Anyone?
I was just gonna say, if you check out ARVR Women on Facebook, we're always posting opportunities to get funding or programs to participate to get equipment. If you have an app, like an immersive app or anything, Apple is having an entrepreneur camp, which you can apply to. It's a really cool opportunity. They just started it in 2019. And it's a great way to connect with app developers, coders, and app on the apps. Check it out.
Awesome.
You share
Sam, you're raising your hand. You have something?
I'm just I'm waiting to hear back from some really, 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 really good news. And I still haven't heard anything yet, so I'm gonna email them to remind them.
We will all tweet at them and remind them.
And it's something very much VR related that
Awesome.
once I know the news and it's for sure, I will be sharing with everybody.
Okay, we look forward to that.
We'll celebrate too.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping, praying, whatever
Yes.
you all do.
We're gonna send your special
please.
our special vibes that we have in our group.
And you're also
chats.
working in
Also,
Quick, right?
I'm curious, ladies, what outside of like your news, is there anything that you need help with or like want connections to or resources that maybe one of us might be able to help with that?
Oh yeah, we have such a crazy network. So
I mean,
out there.
Sam, is there anything that would be helpful to you while you're waiting for your news or post news?
Well, I'm on the side. I'm working on a personal short film made in Quill.
Yay.
So I'm at this point where I'm like storyboarding the film, and I'm doing it in 2D first, and then I'm doing it into Quill. And so when you're writing a story, you get into a lot of bumps in the road while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I just need to talk it out with somebody. And so I was talking it out with Nava a few times, and she's been super helpful because it just helps. There's points where I'm just like, I don't know how to go to the next part of the story. Like I don't know how to connect from one thing to the next, and then just talking it out with somebody.
Yeah.
Just it and then everything comes.
So what I heard is what you have coming up is being a guest on The Hive with Nava, and to talk about your stories, and right? I think that's what I heard. Let's write that one down.
Definitely.
I'll most likely be talking about my film.
Awesome.
That
I'm gonna make her talk about.
We'll all watch
talk
it.
about anything else but the film. No, I'm just kidding.
If you need anybody to brainstorm with, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I know I'm happy to jump on a call anytime. I'm sure everybody else is like excited to hear about it too.
Totally. What about you, Max? What's coming up this week for you? What can we give you some vibes for?
Hey, hi. So I've got a few things going on. This week on, I think it's Wednesday on the 5th, we're going to be showing at the New York VR Meetups art event. We're going to be showing FXG's cameras and content, and also the Nreal headset.
Cool.
I also am going to be starting a new YouTube series very soon with a special co-star, and I'm going to keep it a secret as of today, but it's going to be announced shortly, I hope. And it's going to be about VR for good. I'll keep it short like that, and it's going to be in VR as well. So I'm very excited about that.
Great.
Max.
That's awesome.
She's coming on the show too then, right?
Yes, and I'm also going to be on The Hive with Nava.
Well, wait, I have a question. Max, are you working on any more of your amazing film? I don't know if any of you guys have seen her films that she's personally done with her voice in the background about her story. But if you haven't, go to her YouTube channel and watch it ASAP.
Yeah, let's throw that in the chat here.
Nava always makes me blush.
So everybody who's going to see it will feel the same way.
Oh
I couldn't
gosh,
believe
yeah.
it. How did I not know this about her?
I know.
I've also been talking to Nava and also Kevo. Shout out Kevo for the 3rd time.
I know, we all love him.
About turning these sort of short docs into more VR versions, so 360 VR film, and also narration by me and sounds that make you feel very intense things.
Yeah.
I like that. Cammie, what kind of vibes can we be sending your way? You got any games?
Oh yeah, I've got games all the time, but most of the stuff I'm working on is with you, so
a good
great
thing, right?
stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
So
it's
basically
fantastic.
everything. I'm just like, can you just do everything for me, please? Here you go.
I thought I was gonna get you to do everything for me.
Oh my god, what a trick! Is that what's been happening?
Can we just get Project to do it instead?
We secretly have been getting him to do it. No, as you know, we work on V-Respawn together. We do our weekly meetings and getting stuff ready. We do have a show coming up on Wednesday with ESL. So let me just see. I have the little card here. So don't forget, tune in Wednesday. Did I spell that right? Yeah, at 9 p.m. With us, and we're gonna grill them. Actually, I was not really happy with them because they canceled on me last time, and I totally said it on the show, and I got a message from Kit like, I saw your shout out, LOL. I'm like, which one? They weren't really nice, but they're gonna make it up to me. They're gonna come on Wednesday, so we'll be working on that.
Wait, Cammie, do you ever play? Do you stream live when you play too? When can we watch you next?
Yeah.
I stream. I don't stream like mixed reality, but I stream just from like what I can see in VR. My games are. You can see on my Twitch page at. I will put the link in there in the chat.
Kamikaze.
We gotta go, but I just want to thank you guys all so much. Thanks, Vivian, so much for having us.
Yeah,
Congratulations on your
When do you
projects.
start your podcast?
Yeah, when's the date?
Soon. We're launching soon. We're doing the integration right now with the ARVR Women website. So it should be in the next week or so. Next
That's great.
2 weeks.
We're on the lookout.
Yeah,
Put it in the
share it and
message.
we'll put it out there. And yeah, so it sounds like we have a lot going on. Check out the links in the chat, everyone. And hit us up. Let us know if you want to join us next time. If you want to hear more about anyone, we can focus on 1 or 2 people at a time. And
the Hive starts March 13th.
Yeah. Oh yes.
So
March
if you've got something cool coming up, let us know.
Yep.
Can we get a countdown clock, Nava?
Yeah.
What?
Countdown
Can we
clock.
do a countdown clock?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I love how we're saying it's a great idea, but Cammie's like, I'm going to be the one that has to do it.
Project?
I'm kidding. No.
I know. I try to do it. It just.
Yeah, it's hard. That's hard, Cammie.
Yeah, I'm learning the style.
A social media update. A tweet works for me.
Yeah, we will definitely put all that out. I've got a lot of projects coming up. The only thing I'm looking forward to is on Valentine's Day, my boyfriend's gonna come. I'm so excited. We just found out today. Yay! So it's totally not VR related at all, but I'm so excited to see him. So that's the only thing. I mean, what else? I'm kidding.
Maybe we could explore
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Yeah. What about like VR and endorphins, VR love discussion sometime in the future, since it's something that, first of all, we all love each other and we all met in VR, but we all also see that VR through research, we're able through even eye tracking now to record love and what that might look like, or implications of that, and fostering more love through VR.
Ooh.
Some of us can't be, we're so far away, right? Sometimes we can't be there in person.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So
I feel like I'm really close with Cammie and Nava. Like we talk every day, so it's almost like they're my neighbors. But I agree. Yes. Well, let's put that on the books. Between the buzz is all about people in the background, and we're bringing our projects from the back to the front. The Hive is about that as well in VR, so it's a lot more showing it off. So we have a lot of avenues to share all of these things. So I want to say thank you to the audience for watching and hanging in there with us and chatting with us. Thank you so much for all of you guys for making the time to come on the show. And stay tuned for all of the things that we have coming up your way.
See you guys later.
Yeah, we're gonna sign off over here. Thank you so much, guys. So I don't have a signing off thing. I should work on
Happy
that.
early Galentine's Day.
There you
Thanks for
go.
having us.
Right.
Oh.
Bye.